This video on my other channel got over 1 million views in just 5 days, and it instantly became one of our top performing uploads. And even Logan Paul was super excited when he saw the results. But here's the most important part. This video is not just about my success. It is about how you can use the exact same strategy to blow up your videos and grow your channel so much faster, because after studying this strategy extremely deeply, I realized something. Most creators are only one strategy away from getting massive views. They just don't know what to look for. And honestly, the biggest reason that this video blew up is not what most people think it is. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why this video got over 1 million views so fast, the psychology behind it, and how you can apply these same strategies to your own YouTube channel starting today to grow fast. Because once you implement these strategies on your channel, your videos can completely change, so make sure you watch until the very end. What's up? I'm Caleb, and I am the co-owner and the content producer for the Impulsive YouTube channel, which has over 4.8 million YouTube subscribers, and I have personally generated over 1 billion views on YouTube. And one of the biggest lessons that I have learned from all of those views is this: the fastest way to grow on YouTube is understanding what people are already obsessed with, which is exactly why this video right here exploded, because we built the video around somebody that people were already so obsessed with. So in this case, it was clavicular. And at this moment, everywhere you looked, clips about clavicular were blowing up, okay? People were constantly searching this dude's name. They were reacting to different clips. They were sharing opinions. They were talking about him just nonstop online. And this right here is where creators miss a big opportunity. YouTube is an attention game, and the fastest growing creators understand how to attach their content to existing attention and existing trends instead of just trying to create just a whole bunch of attention from scratch. And that's the main difference, because if millions and millions of people are already interested in clicking on something, and then you just make a video around that specific person or that specific trend inside of your niche, you immediately increase the chances of getting a click. And this alone can completely change how your videos perform. You can apply this to literally any niche. So if you are in business, for example, you can talk about somebody like Alex Hormozi, breaking down their marketing strategy and possibly sharing your opinion and analyzing what they are doing differently. If you are possibly within the fitness niche, then you might talk about trending fitness creators or possibly fitness products that are trending right now. The point right here is simple. Stop creating videos in just a whole bunch of isolation over here and start attaching your videos to conversations that people are already having, because that alone can completely change your channel. Now, one very important thing here. This does not mean that you should just randomly jump to other niches because something is going viral right now or trending right now. You still need to stay within your authority and your niche, because the goal is just not to chase that next random view and a whole bunch of viewers. The goal is actually attracting the right audience to your channel. And this also cannot be your only strategy. You cannot just rely on a whole bunch of trending names forever, because the real goal here is building a channel where people eventually start watching because of you, which means that you need to have a healthy mix of videos where you are actually providing real value and sharing your own real opinions and building your own actual authority, and then strategically using trends to amplify it to that bigger audience. But getting the click is honestly only step one, because clicks alone do not just blow videos up, okay? If viewers leave early, then YouTube stops pushing the video fast. And honestly, this is where most creators accidentally kill their videos without even realizing it. So the next thing that we focused on was the intro and the hook, because this part honestly matters way more than people think, because creators explain way too much early and then they just kill the curiosity within those first 30 seconds. Instead, your job is to create unanswered questions in that viewer's mind within those first 30 seconds. And that's exactly what we did here. So we made people feel like something important was about to happen without fully revealing it, because the curiosity ends up creating that retention for the rest of the video. So in the intro, we immediately touch on Clavicular's drug case, okay? Him talking about hammering his face, him rating Logan and Mike's looks, and even looks maxing techniques. Because We knew that all of those different topics were the exact topics that people were already curious about. So I want you to think about Netflix, for example, and Netflix trailers. They are never showing that full story. They show maybe enough just so you need to know that ending. And that's exactly how your intro should feel for your YouTube videos, because you want those viewers thinking, what will happen in the rest of this video? What's the strategy? How did they actually possibly pull this off? And the longer that those questions stay alive in that potential viewer's mind, then the longer that they're going to end up watching. But at that same time, you cannot also waste people's time, because one of the biggest mistakes that creators are making is adding way too much fluff that provides zero value to the viewer. We're talking just a whole bunch of random filler, long unnecessary context, and talking without actually end up saying anything. People leave when they feel like their time is being wasted. So your job is not just creating a whole bunch of curiosity, it is making sure that viewers feel rewarded when they stay to the very end, where they might feel like, okay, this was definitely worth watching. That balance right there is so important, because you need to create tension first while also still making sure that the payoff delivers real value. And honestly, this is the one shift alone that can massively improve your retention strategy. So how about we break the fourth wall right here? When you, on your next video, make your next video, don't just start with a whole bunch of boring context. Don't explain everything immediately. Create that tension first and then information second. And then make sure every single part of the video earns that viewer's attention. Then we focused on something that most creators completely ignore: structure, okay? Specifically timestamping and pacing in the episode correctly. Now, this might sound ridiculously small to some people, but it honestly makes a lot bigger difference than most creators actually think, because viewers naturally just get bored sometimes. Even if they really, really like you, attention might drop, energy possibly in the video drop, but something like chapters help the viewers to actually jump to another interesting part of the video without ever leaving the video completely, which means way more watch time for you, better retention, and overall just a better viewing experience. So a lot of other creators think that retention means forcing the viewers to watch every single second. No, like that's not true, because retention is usually about keeping people inside your content ecosystem. And small things like chapters honestly help out with something like that. But here's the crazy part. Something as simple as packaging can completely change how people respond to your video before they even click on it. Then we did something that helped a lot with titles, thumbnails, and overall packaging, because we studied search behavior. And this part is so vitally important. I started looking at what words people were actually searching around clavicular content, and those certain patterns kept appearing over and over and over again. So words like interview, addicted, overdosed, exposed, even truth kept showing up consistently. And that's really when I started to realize something insanely important. Different niches have different trigger words. And when you understand those words and do a little bit more research, you can make titles that instantly feel way more clickable, because the audience already has the emotional associations attached with them. And this is why so many other videos just feel so magnetic immediately, even before you click on them. And honestly, most creators completely overlook this part. So before your next upload, don't just ask yourself what title sounds cool to you, okay? Instead, I want you to ask yourself, what words are working in my niche right now? Because that changes everything. And another huge lesson is to actually study videos that are already winning. Not just straight up like copy them, but to understand the different patterns, because viral videos always leave those big clues behind. So I want you to look at thumbnails, look at titles, look at even hooks, and even look at within those comments, because the best creators do not just guess when it comes to content. They research first and then they create much more strategically. So when we first saw the analytics coming in for this video, we realized something was immediately behaving way differently than usual. The click-through rate was extremely strong. The retention was extremely long, and YouTube started pushing the video harder and harder and harder. And that's when we knew some of these small details really mattered way more than people were giving them credit for. And honestly, that is one of the biggest takeaways from this whole experience. Growing on YouTube is not just about working harder, okay? It's about a few things. It's about understanding attention, understanding psychology, understanding what people already care about, and then packaging your content around the demand, because one small strategy shift can completely change the trajectory of your channel. And I'm telling you right now, if you even just start applying even a few things from this video, using trending people within your niche, or possibly building a very strong curiosity hook, researching just that emotional title words, and maybe even structuring your videos just that little bit better, you'll start having videos that have much higher chance of blowing up. Not just because of luck, but because you actually finally understand what works and how to get attention. And once you start understanding attention like this, at this level, and you stop just like randomly uploading, you start seeing why videos blow up even before they go live. You literally can be like, oh, 100%. I can 100% see, 95% at least, that this video will blow up. And if you want to understand how to actually make videos that people are actually clicking on, you should watch this next video right here, where I break down how I blew up my channel in just 3 days. I'll see you inside.